Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Stamping with Tanya Badolka. Today I'm going to show you how to make this little Christmas card here using some new products out of the holiday catalog. We are going to use the Whimsical Tree stamp set with the coordinating dies called Christmas tree dies. So we are going to use this die here, this little tree, and this tall tree, as well as these little trees. So we're using quite a bit of elements from the die set. I'll show you how to do that. And we are also using the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and we are using this die right here. So I've pre-cut this piece in the Whisper White for the greeting, and then I'll show you what we do with it. Okay, another thing that you're going to need to make life a little bit easier are these adhesive sheets. They are in the annual catalog. So if you have a detailed die or something that you need cut out that is super detailed and you're wondering how am I going to apply glue to it, this is amazing. I will show you how this works with the little green or with a pink tree. So let's get started. I've also used the designer series paper from this set, and it is called the Whimsy and Wonder designer series paper, and it is absolutely beautiful, and it's metallic-y, as you can see on my camera through the bag, so we're using that as well. So this is one of the pieces in there, and it is Misty Moonlight. So I'm using a card base. I'll grab my other pieces here. I'm using a card base that is 8.5 by 5.5, squared at 4 1/4 in the middle. Then my next piece is my white piece of cardstock, and that is 5 by 3 3/4. And then this piece is just 1/8 of an inch smaller than that, because I didn't want a really large white border. So I've already pre-dimensionalized this piece to my card just to speed things up for you a little bit. And I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to glue paper to the cardstock. So what I'm going to do is place that to the side. So on a scrap piece of white paper, I'm going to use the polished pink ink, and I am going to ink up a little tree. And then I am going to ink up a mossy meadow in a tall skinny tree. And then so when you cut these out, you can cut them all out at the same time. So I'm going to place that aside. And then I have the polished pink marker, and I don't know if people know about this, but the markers have this wide band equals this brush end, and then the thin end is more like a ballpoint pen kind of. So what I've done with my little tree, see, I did little pink dots, and all I've done is I've taken my marker and I've just colored in the little dots. So to speed stuff up, I've already done one and I've already cut it out. So this is all you do. So you can do this literally in any color. Okay. So then you run that through the Big Shot with the coordinating dies. So you'd use this die here and this die here to get these two. Okay. Also in this designer series paper is this. It's mint macaroon, and I'm going to use the big tree and run this through my Stampin' cut machine. Okay. So I've done that ahead of time. And then the other thing that you're going to do, I had mentioned the adhesive sheets. So the adhesive sheets, like I said, allow anything to be detailed, to make it a sticker basically. So I've taken my adhesive sheet, I peeled off 1/2 of it, placed it on the back of the cardstock that I want to cut out. I cut it out, so I put my die on here, I cut it out, and then when I assemble my card, I'm going to pull this off like a sticker. So one more thing we're going to do here before we start assembling is we're going to stamp the words, and this is I've used all the elements out of the stamp set Whimsical Trees. So I'm going to use Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to ink it up, And I am going to stamp in the center here, hopefully, my words. And then I'm going to take a finger dauber. We used to do this a long time ago, and I like it. That way it's just not so stark on your paper. I'm just adding some ink around the edges of my die cut. So I'm just going to finish this. And there we go. So it's not so stark white. And then, because I like to prep my stuff ahead of time, the pieces that I'm going to put dimensionals on, I'm going to do that right now, so that when I go to do this assembly, it is good to go. Okay, so our green tree, we're going to start with the green tree. And here's my die cut. So if you start, I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to, maybe not, I want to start it so that this one came off with the adhesive on the back there. This one looks like it's not going to do that. So I'm going to pop this out. Oh, here we go. Maybe not. So with this little banner that goes on your tree, it's very delicate. And it stretches out very easily, so you just have to be a little gentle with it. Now I'm going to peel off this adhesive backing, and be careful when you pull it, because it will stretch your tree out, your little banner or tinsel or whatever you want to call this. So as you can see, it's stretched out a little bit. And before I lay it down to glue, I'm going to like manipulate it a little bit so that it kind of goes back to size. And then I start at the top. I don't know if this is correct or not, but I start at the top. And then once I have the top secured, I secure the bottom, and then I kind of work it like that. So there. That is stuck to my tree, easy peasy. I was working on another card, and I used the metallic foil sheets that are in the catalog, and I wanted to make this card, but I didn't use the adhesive sheets. I just used white Tombow glue. Oh boy, what a mess. So anyways, note to self, the adhesive sheets turn out like this, nice and clean and crisp and clear. So let's assemble our card. So I'm going to just glue this green tree, the mint macaroon tree with the polished pink, directly onto my card like this. Then I'm going to glue down one of these little trees that I cut out in mossy green, mossy meadow I mean, in the mossy green. And then I'm going to put my other trees down. So I'm just kind of layering them. I'm going to peel my adhesive backings off of my dimensionals. Okay, so this one I'm going to place here. And this one I'm going to place over here. And then my wording. Like that. So there. Very little stamping, well sort of, it's half and half stamping and half and half cut out with your Big Shot. Anyways, there you go. Please like and subscribe to my channel so that you're aware when I post new videos and new ideas. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and happy crafting, everybody.